How was I able to survive a challenging school year and still feel in control and have joy by building positive personal habits? Developing the right habits not only helps us personally, but as teachers too. I'm sharing 4 books that I've read in the last 2 years that have helped me tremendously. Aloha, teacher friends. I'm Fleur, the face of Aloha Monday Teaching. So don't miss a thing. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel and the video so you get updates on new videos and continue the conversation. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. You can find me at Aloha Monday Teaching and also join my weekly email list. So when you go to fleurstrongoli.com/daily, you will receive your free guide, 5 daily must-do routines to run your science classroom like a pro. This is helpful any time of year. And with the right habits and routines in place, running your classroom gets easier. So you will feel less stressed and in control of your day and your school year. So in my blog post, Why Build Positive Personal Habits to Help You Develop as a Teacher and Person, I share 4 books that I've read that have changed my life as a person and a teacher. The link to the blog post is in the description below. I also put links to the 4 books that I'm sharing with you today and a free Audible trial link so that you can get credit for a free book. So developing the right habits that I will go over will trickle into every single area of your life. It will make you feel happier, be a better person, and be a better teacher. So if you're wondering what habits to build, you must read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen Covey. So this is the book that started it all for me. I wish I read it when I was much younger. All 7 habits have shaped my outlook on things in life and things that happen at work and at home. I've learned to take action or change what I can control and release what I can't control. That way I don't worry about it so much. So that one thing has really helped me as a teacher because you know how it is. There's so many factors and there's only so much you have control over. So that has literally helped me so much. So there's 7 habits that we need to develop and practice daily. These help us personally in our relationships with goal setting and achieving and with time management. So I characterize these habits into different categories. So the first one is or purposes. So the first one is time management and goal setting and achieving. So these would include the habits of be proactive, begin with the end in mind, and put first things first. So an example of how I use this is when I plan my week and when I plan each day. So I'm able to prioritize my to-do list so I get the important things done. I'm also able to get my work done at work. Finally figure that out after like 14 years or 15 years. That way, when I get home, I can do all the mom things that are waiting for me. When I blog and make my teaching resources, I do those in the mornings when my son is sleeping. So these habits have helped me in all areas of my life. The other category would be relationship building and leadership. So the 3 habits that fit perfectly, well, 4, I should say, because be proactive goes with all of them too. So we have be proactive, think win-win. Now that can be kind of tricky, but when you read about it, it's doable. Trust me. Synergize and seek first to understand, then be understood. So that one is probably hard for many people, including myself, because it's forcing you to be a better listener, which has helped me improve as a better listener and communicator. And then this is where I've learned how to focus on things that I can control and which is myself and my reactions. I know I can't control other people, but I am able to influence them. So I am better able to handle difficult situations or people. The 7th habit goes with everything, and that is sharpen the saw. And this is basically self-care and doing things that bring you joy and that are important to you. So for me, I make sure that I run a few times a week because my health is important to me. And my goal is to place in the top 3 in my age group when I run a race, like a 5K or a 10K. I relax and nap on my days off and my breaks. So sharpening the saw will refresh you, put you in a better place so that you can do all the things that you need to do. So, how do you build positive habits or change those not so good habits into better habits? Well, building or changing habits doesn't have to be difficult. And so, this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear, is one that I've listened to on Audible, and it was so good. So, he shares his story that changed the direction of his entire life. He was a baseball player. Turned author and speaker because of a very traumatic injury that he suffered during baseball, but through all of it, he learned how to develop new habits. And that's what he shares with us in this book. He gives so many tips on building new habits and getting rid of old ones or not so good ones. And I really enjoyed the information he shared about how the brain develops new habits. So we're in charge, like we're basically in control of this. We just have to tell our brains what to do, like what habits to develop, what to break, and so on. He also gives tips on how to develop a habit or break one, which he divides his book into parts or laws, and then he goes deeper into these. So the first law is to make it obvious. So you want to make your habit obvious. Second law, make it attractive. The third law is to make it easy. And the fourth law is to make it satisfying. And he also talks about and provides a habit tracker, which I appreciate because in Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, you want to monitor your progress when you're working towards a goal. And this habit tracker is basically that you're monitoring your progress while you're fixing a habit or creating a new habit. So, using his strategies to help build positive habits or change existing ones will help you in all areas of life. So, you can choose to focus on personal growth, health, and or teaching, but really these atomic habits, these little habits that you do develop will pour out into all areas of your life. Okay, so I don't know if you've heard of Dean Grazios yet, but he's like one of my favorite people that I follow. I learned about him through Tony Robbins, who was another amazing person. And these are the people that just set me on this path to develop these habits. So he sent me this book, Millionaire Success Habits. And oh my goodness, it's filled with so many tips to build habits that will make you successful with money and just as a human. In fact, one of my favorite things that I've heard him say on a podcast was the only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. I heard that and I'm like, that is so true. I find myself, I used to really compare myself to other people. Now I'm better at that. I'm not doing that so much, but now I focus on, okay, I just need to be better than what I just did in anything. So with this book, you may or may not be wanting to be a millionaire. That'd be fun, right? But reading his book will help you each day. So, one of my favorite parts for habit building tips was in the chapter called The Power of Happiness. So, Dean gave 10 tips, including those to help us define what happiness is to us, living in the present, stop overthinking, focus on a positive outcome, be grateful, and being a part of something bigger, something more than yourself. And that wasn't 10 of them, but that was most of them. And that will just make sure that you have your happiness, not someone else's happiness. It's for you. So I often remind myself to be thankful, which immediately changes my mindset when I'm feeling anxious or scared or worried. So I think these habits are part of the reason why I'm able to find joy in teaching, especially when things are so stressful. Okay, the last book I want to share with you is so fun to read and listen to. It's by Shonda Rhimes, and she wrote The Year of Yes. And she's the one who wrote Grey's Anatomy and other TV shows, and she's amazing. So I listened to it on Audible. I was very entertained and inspired. She's so funny. So what she does in this book is she shares her life as an introvert and how one decision affected the trajectory of her life. So she decided that she was going to say yes to everything for one whole year, even if it was scary. So, what this has helped me with is to open my eyes to see new opportunities and appreciation for anything that comes my way. So, I hope to one day inspire the way she has. I love her wit and her humor and her honesty. So, it has helped me live in the moment, just focus on the present, and I try to say yes more often. So, this is why you should build these habits for a life of fulfillment and joy. So, I shared with you 4 books that I've read in the last 2 years that have helped me in my own life. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People will teach you what habits to build. Atomic Habits will show you how to develop these habits. Millionaire Success Secrets will give you many tips on building habits that will lead to your happiness each day and a bunch of other things. And the Year of Yes will inspire you and help you see more opportunities that come your way. So I hope this leads you to continue to building habits that will help you as a teacher and a person. I challenge you to read at least one of these books and share how it has helped you. And if you've read a book that's helped you personally and professionally, please share them with me because I love to learn. I love to read. So just remember before you go, make sure that you like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any videos. Find me on social media at Aloha Monday Teaching and make sure you grab that free guide to 5 daily must-do routines to run your classroom like a pro. Just go to flourishstrongoli.com/daily. So remember, with the right habits and routines in place, you will feel less stressed and in control of your day and your school year.